What no one is telling you about Las Vegas running out of water is that this isn't a drought, it's a countdown. And no one wants to admit how close the clock is to zero. Las Vegas, a city built on impossible odds, is running out of the one thing it can't buy back: water. While millions still pour into casinos and hotels every year, the source keeping it all alive, Lake Mead, is collapsing in real time. And the story behind it is darker than anyone is saying out loud. The mirage is melting. Las Vegas was never supposed to exist. It's a desert basin with no rivers, no significant rainfall, and no natural reason to support 2 million people. But in the 1930s, America built the Hoover Dam and with it, a dream. That dam created Lake Mead, the largest reservoir in the United States. For 90 years, it's been the beating heart of the American West, feeding Vegas, Los Angeles, Phoenix, and millions of acres of farmland. But today, that heart is failing, and the scars are visible from space. If you look at satellite photos from the year 2000 and compare them to today, you'll see it, a thick white outline around Lake Mead's edge. Locals call it the bathtub ring. It's the line between what used to be and what's left. In just 2 decades, Lake Mead has dropped over 150 feet, exposing sunken boats, lost towns, and the remains of a once thriving ecosystem. The reason? Climate change, yes. But also something much worse: greed. Here's the math no one wants to see. Las Vegas uses about 110 million gallons of water every single day. And most of it doesn't come back. Every shower, every pool, every fountain show is fed by the same shrinking lake. Officials will tell you they recycle 99% of indoor water. But what they don't say is that outdoor use for lawns, golf courses, and landscaping still burns through millions of gallons a day. And every new hotel, every new suburban expansion adds another straw into a cup that's already nearly empty. In 2015, Las Vegas completed a $1.5 billion project, the third straw intake tunnel. It sits at the very bottom of Lake Mead, designed to keep sucking water even after the upper intakes are left high and dry. That's right, instead of fixing the crisis, they build a bigger straw, and that tunnel, it's already being used. This isn't some future problem anymore. Vegas is drinking from the bottom of the barrel. Here is the part that no one ever talks about. Las Vegas doesn't actually own its water. The city is bound by the Colorado River Compact, a deal from 1922 that divided water among 7 U.S. states. The problem is, it was based on data from one of the wettest decades in recorded history. In other words, the contract was written based on a lie. And now that the real drought has arrived, those numbers just don't work. Everyone is fighting for the same drops: Nevada, California, Arizona, even Mexico. If those negotiations fail, Las Vegas could legally lose its water supply overnight. Inside the suburbs, people are already quietly adapting. Lawns are being replaced with rocks. Car washes are switching to recycled systems. Residents are even banned from filling new swimming pools. There's water police inspectors who drive through neighborhoods looking for wet driveways or illegally green grass. For the first time in its history, Las Vegas feels fragile. People used to come here to escape reality. Now reality is catching up. What happens when a city that runs on excess finally meets its limits? You get a new kind of Las Vegas, one that's learning to sell sustainability as the next luxury. Hotels brag about being net zero. Casinos recycle their gray water to run the fountains. Developers call dry landscaping desert chic. But behind the clever slogans, they all know the truth. This is just triage, not a triumph. They're buying time, not saving the city. There's a hidden world few outsiders know about. Underneath the Strip, there's a network of tunnels built to control flash floods, over 300 miles of them, carved beneath the casinos and streets. Hundreds of people, the forgotten residents of Las Vegas, live down there. They call them the Mole People. And as the water crisis gets worse, these tunnels will flood more violently when the rare rains do come. A city that once feared running dry now fears drowning from below. Nature always collects her debt. For thousands of years, the Mojave Desert stayed untouched. Then humans arrived and carved a paradise out of sand. But deserts don't forget. And no matter how many lights we hang or fountains we build, the ground beneath remembers. When the water finally stops, the desert will take it all back, inch by inch, light by light. Here's the brutal truth the media won't tell you. Even if it rains for years, Lake Mead will never fully refill. The sediment buildup, the rising heat, and the constant withdrawals make a full recovery mathematically impossible. Scientists now call it a new normal, a permanent state of drought. The word they use is aridification. It doesn't mean dry for now, it means dry forever. Las Vegas has always sold fantasy, but fantasy runs on water, and water is reality. Soon, people will look back and realize the fountains, pools, and neon lights weren't symbols of success. They were warnings. Every single drop was a bet. And Vegas bet it could keep winning forever. The city still glows at night. The fountains still dance. The signs still scream open. But if you stand at the edge of Lake Mead and look down at the cracked earth, you can almost hear it, the quiet sound of time running out. If this story made you see Las Vegas differently, leave a like and subscribe for more cinematic documentaries about the science and truth behind our cities. Thanks for watching.